Alright, I believe we should be live now. I believe. Hopefully the ISP is behaving much better today. Alright, let me add YouTube chat to the live stream real quick and then we shall begin. I also need to post this to my server. But yesterday I tried to start streaming ZA on Switch 1, and my internet service provider was crashing a lot, so I couldn't. But thankfully I do have some time to stream today, as luck would have it. So I thought I would continue where we left off yesterday, which is like extremely early game. Like we don't even have our hat yet. Yeah, special edition. I just had lunch. Let me share this to my server real quick as well. Stream Pong. Alright, and now we can actually begin. First, hello Jaco, hello Some Guy, hello Octopon, hello Galaxy. Hi George, welcome back. I never did finish my Brazil-related story from yesterday. But this is the Switch 1 version. I technically bought a physical of the Switch 2, but it works on the Switch 1. So I didn't have to buy the game twice, thank heckin' goodness. But yeah, let us see what this looks like. Now, I do have my own save on the Switch 2 where I'm significantly further into the game. But like this is, you know, I just want to see how it does on the Switch 1. Just also show off the early game for people who have not gotten the game yet. I kind of want to see what it looks like. Yeah, I cut out 30 minutes in, yeah, because of the internet. Yep. I don't know what issue the internet was having yesterday, but we started a battle with this lady. I intentionally threw the fight, so this time I can beat her up because I know what happens if you throw. Getting my Switch 2 version of the game on Monday. Nice. I need to trade Evos, so once I'm done with constant text boxes, I mean, someone's trade with me. Yeah, I feel that. I wish they kept what was it called, the link cable, so that you can still like get the evolutions that way instead of having to trade. But it is what it is. For those of you who have not yet played the game, what do you guys want to know about the game? And for those of you who have played it, what do you guys think of the game so far? Because I've seen several reviews. Man, the reviews are so negative. I feel like people are so burned from Scarlet and Violet that they're just like, okay, we need any excuse to hate on Pokemon right now. What happens if you throw a fight? So these areas are basically here so that trainers can like rank up. But we're not a registered trainer, so even if she beats us, she doesn't get any points. So she's disappointed that she won a battle that didn't give her anything, because we're not a registered trainer. I'm enjoying it. The game's amazing. Hello. The game is peak. Yeah, I think in terms of Pokemon, it's one of the better games they've released in a long while. Wait a second. Are you not competing in the Royale? I try to tell you. I wasted precious nighttime on the most useless opponents. This is what she says if you... favorite new Mega so far, go. I haven't even gotten to see them, but I'm gonna say Barbarnacle? I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. You and Totodile have some serious teamwork going. Guess she should have checked paperwork first, right? Anyways, now you know how intense battle zones can be, so here's my advice as your kind new friend who loves helping people. This is the most suspicious thing someone has said. Like, if someone says that they're a kind person who loves helping people, I'm like, what's the catch? Let's get the heck out of here before someone else comes after us looking to battle. So this is extremely early game. We literally got robbed. We got our starter Pokemon, and then it turned nighttime. So now we're trying to make it back to the hotel for safety, but oh no, we're lagging. This time it's not the internet that's lagging, it's the Switch one. But I believe this is a pre-rendered cutscene, so this should look nice. Look, I'm trying to get our hotel guest to safety. Let us through, would you? This should have been voice acted. Too bad for your guests. Once you step into a battle zone, you're a target like everyone else. If you want a target, I'm right here. Yo, it's a Floette. Is it shiny? Have you seen Starmie? I have seen Starmie. A Floette with a black flower, huh? You don't see that every day. Let's see how it battles. Way too fast. I was reading chat. Floette's like, oh no, you don't. Time for me to use my ult. Don't hit them! Homie would have killed them. Homie would have committed murder in the first 5 minutes of the game. And they're like, oh, you know, let's get out of this zone. We don't want to battle. Does Bayleaf line have a mega? Yeah, so all the starters have a mega evolution. Unfortunately, I'm not evolving my Bayleaf in my main run. It's staying a Bayleaf. Although there is a mechanic they added where you don't actually need to mega evolve your Pokemon to gain some of the benefits from all the mega energy. My one beef is that they don't tell you about it until like 75% through the game. And at some point they're like, you need to use megas. You must use megas. And it's like, no, you literally have this alternative system that we can use. You just didn't say anything. Have you seen the starters megas? Yeah. I'm not particularly in love with any of them. I mean, Feraligators looks the silliest, and I kind of like it. Meganium kind of just gives me like Visco Girl energy, and I don't like that. You can relax now. We're out of the battle zone. Hotel Z is just through here. Now these guys, they turned on left and they booked it. They were out. But he says not that way. The hotel's actually this way. This is Hotel Z. Okay, well, I want to play my game without getting spoiled, because you might discuss new stuff. I'm not really going to discuss new stuff, but okay. Welcome to our humble establishment, Hotel Z. Okay, am I the only one who thinks the Urbane and Tawny seem a little suspicious looking? Especially when they do their like little welcome pose. Like they seem oddly evil. Since we don't have a single other guest. Come on in. Like every time they do the little pose, like the little butler pose, the face they make makes them look like they're bad guys. And I'm like, please don't be bad. Please don't be a bad guy. Like it gives off vibes. I'm like, was the price worth it? I feel like, to be perfectly honest with you gamers, I think this should have been just a $60 Switch game with a free graphical update for the Switch 2. Because all the other games that they've done like an update, like a $10 price tag to boost it to the Switch 2, like Kirby and what was the other one? Mario Party? Like they actually added things to the game other than just a graphical update for the extra $10. Whereas for Z8, like there's no, you don't get anything extra for the extra $10. Yeah, Legend of Zelda, you get like the GPS and stuff. Like you pay the extra $10, but you get a little something extra for it. Whereas for this game, it's like it's $10 extra for the Switch 2 version, just so that it performs well. If you have the Switch 2, which I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. I cannot say anything about the other $30, which is the DLC, because we don't have the DLC yet. I know everyone was like, "Oh no, gamers! It's day one DLC." It's you get outfits right now. You get a red outfit and a blue outfit, and then the actual DLC stuff doesn't come out until like end of February, I believe. February 29th, something like that. Yeah, it's $10 to fix the walls, literally. She stepped right off the train at Gardalumios and right into a world of trouble. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I've been like no-lifing this game. And I still feel behind everyone else. Like, people have review videos out, guides out. I'm like, I still haven't finished the story. And I feel like a lot of people somehow got to play this game way earlier than it came out. Either through review copies or like, I think the game leaked. So they're just playing it on their PC. So I'm like, I have an unfair disadvantage right now. People in Pokemon meet when fate dictates it should be so. How does Urbane's hair look like Hisuian Zoroark colors? It kind of does. But then night fell and we got caught up in the Zero Rail stuff, so I brought him here. I see. I was concerned when a bag arrived with no owner. That's why I sent Floette to seek you out. It seems my worries were unfounded. Nah, I'm glad you did. Floette saved her skills with her Light of Ruin. It's a heck of a move. You're so wise, AZ. I can almost believe you really are 3,000 years old, like you always say. Harmony? I believe you have been led here, because this is where you're meant to be. I am AZ. I plan on buying it today for the Switch one. How's it looking so far? How's it going so far? So overall, I think the game is fun. I've seen a lot of negative reviews that are like, man, this game sucks. The Game Freak is bad. It's miserable. Pokemon is failure. I'm like, you guys didn't finish the tutorial section, did you? Like, for what it is, I think it's enjoyable. I've had an enjoyable experience so far. But I don't know. I mean, I guess to each their own. You can look at the reviews, you can look at people playing it, and, you know, base it off of that. If you like Pokemon, I think you'll like this game. For Pokemon are truly wondrous creatures. Every Pokemon possesses great power of its own, and it will wield that power for a Pokemon trainer it's placed its faith in. I urge you to treasure your Pokemon. And never betray that faith. Boy, did the time between X and Y and now was not good for AZ. He lost a lot of muscles. Yeah, it hasn't been working out. I think he just had a giant jacket though. I don't understand people complaining about DLC in Pokemon. It's just the evolution of the third version concept. I think the reason why people were upset, including myself to some degree, is because it felt like they were not including megas they could have already included in the game. Like, it feels like they already made all the megas, and then they were like, actually, we're just gonna charge separate for those. In reality, this game was supposedly supposed to release last year. So, you know, they had the extra time. They could have done some extra things. I'm glad it didn't. I still feel like this game could have used one more year of development time just to polish things out. Because it definitely is rough around the edges. All of its edges. But, like, you can still enjoy it for what it is. I keep seeing negative reviewed thumbnails and I'm ignoring them. I've actually watched most of them just because I'm genuinely curious, like, what are people upset about? And a lot of it seems to be the graphics. It's like they're just mad about the graphics. So they'd be like, look at this window. How could they do this to the... How dare they just make it a blank window and not show the... How could? And I'm like, this is like 90% of the criticism. Is the graphics. And I'm like, I think they're still working on megas for the DLC, perhaps. Hello, how do I say your name? Matsuyo? Hello, Matsuyo. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the hotel vibes. Like this feels like a hotel in Paris. Like, it's good vibes. Yeah, most of the complaints I've heard are such minor and consequential nitpicks. For me personally, I feel like it's people who got burnt when he does this pose. This is what I was talking about earlier. When they do this pose, they seem very like dubious and evil to me. This is the pose. You look at this man and tell me he doesn't look suspicious right now. It kind of got like the little, like the eyelid closed, like he looking evil. I know he's being formal, but he's looking evil. If Gen 6 is able to have all the megas, you need to have X and Y or Hoenn remakes. That's nothing new. And again, you're not paying full price. Yep. So glad you interact with chat. Yeah, well, there's not that many people here, so it's easy to respond to everyone. But thank you guys for being here either. Anyways, like, nice. So is this little outside area. I kind of wish there was more to this area, specifically. Because I come here a lot, but... so is it Sword and Shield trees all over again? Yes, it's Sword and Shield trees all over again. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. It's like, no, look at the bad graphics. Look at the mountains in the background, gamers. They should have been high-quality mountains. I need to see snow. I need to see, like, cliff faces. And it's like, no, you really don't. I mean, and zooming in on this, like... Yeah, this Eiffel Tower could look better. Like, no, this isn't pristine graphics. But like, I don't know. I don't care about the graphics that much. Now, so far I'm loving the game. Been playing since launch. No bugs or glitches at all. I've played like 40 hours. Are you playing the Switch 1 or Switch 2 version? That's the other question. The game honestly has more megas than Auras, with all the new megas that were added. That is true, that is true. People got traumatized by Volo. Yeah. I need to see like the individual rocks. And I mean, to some degree, I understand where the complaints are coming from. Because if you're looking at this game relative to other Pokemon games, I think it looks and plays really nice compared to other Pokemon games. Like, there's BDSP, I mean, Legends Arceus stylization was a lot more dark and gloomy. This is a bit brighter. This definitely looks better than Scarlet and Violet. So, like, it's an improvement. Definitely a stylistical improvement. But if you compare it to other games, like, if you pull up Genshin Impact, and then you're like, man, the graphics in Pokemon suck. And it's like, homie, you're playing on a PC that costs $4,000. I know Nintendo is kind of lacking here, but like, you don't buy a Nintendo console for the graphics. If you did, I'm so sorry. What were you thinking? As long as the game functions and I like it, I'm having fun. Yeah, and this is why I had such a big issue with Scarlet and Violet. It wasn't so much that the graphics weren't good. Because sure, I didn't enjoy the stylization of Scarlet Violet. I didn't enjoy the stylization. That being said, my biggest problem was that the game had so many bugs in it, at least for me. So that's why I wasn't a fan of it. It felt very incomplete while playing through it. Whereas this game feels like it's like a more finished product than Scarlet and Violet. I hate to say it, Scarlet Violet was extremely barren. I've been loving the game on Switch too. My only real complaints are the lock on it isn't great, yeah. I mean, I have complaints about the game, don't get me wrong. I don't think this is a perfect game. I think it's like a 8 out of 10 at best. But a lot of the reviews I've seen, they're like, this game is a 2 out of 10. You're the problem if you enjoy. And I'm like, calm down. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Been a viewer for a couple of months now, and I must say I really like your videos, especially the journey through Galar. Much love from Germany. Aw, thank you. I forgot how to say thank you in German, but no, it's not. Is it guten? No, that's hello. Grazie isn't Italian. Should be common knowledge by now that the art direction trumps graphics. But we as a society have not processed much in 15 years. That is true. How's the game going for you right now? It's been alright. I'm kind of trying to play the Switch 1 version as well, just so I can see what happens, because I know a lot of people are going to get the Switch 1 version of this. Because it's cheaper. And the $10 upgrade to Switch 2 doesn't necessarily mean anything, but... Pokemon has never been graphics heavy game. Exactly. I actually prefer them looking cartoonish. And speaking of that, some of the beef I had with Scarlet Violet is they were trying to make the Pokemon realistic. Like, they were trying to, like, render every feather on a Talonflame, and I'm like, you don't need to do this. You don't need to just do the cell shade. Are we going to get Season 4 of Woolooverse in ZA? So I have not so good news about the season stuff, which is that there likely won't be a Season 4, just based on performance. Like, as much as I like the story part, I'm not enjoying how it's taking me like 2 to 3 weeks to edit, and then the video barely gets 10,000 views. And it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Like 10,000. It's gamers. I make like $100 off of 3 weeks of full-time work. You can't live off of that. So I don't know, like, unless it really, if it was sustainable, would you continue? Absolutely, but it needs to be doing like 10 times better than it's currently doing, and it's just not. I found the lock-on doesn't always work. Sometimes I don't lock on right away or lose it, or sometimes it locks onto the wrong thing. Like when a Pokemon's fainted, it locks onto the fainted Pokemon instead of the thing that's trying to kill you. Yeah, no, I enjoy the storytelling part. I mean, it's quite a challenge. It's like a big production. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of other people, like, pitching in to make it happen. But I don't know. And I'm not sure how much people would want to watch a ZA narrated story. Plus, with the way the battles work in ZA, I don't know how I would narrate it, realistically. I'm still gonna do like a few non-voice runs, like just hey, I played as this character to see what would happen of these games. But at the moment, I don't think Season 4 is in the works. Why not narrate it like the anime? I don't know what that means. Scarlet Violet Woolooverse was peak in my opinion. Ooh, we got a Scarlet Violet fan in here. Let's go. Yeah, even the Lance video, which I thought, I don't know. Did you guys watch the Lance video? Because even when working on it, I was like, man, I like this. Like, this is good. Maybe, like, usually I cringe at my stuff, but the Lance one, when I watched it back, I was like, oh, this is, I mean, it's not perfect. But I was like, I'm digging this. To be fair, at least AZ would have an opinion on the Woolooverse lore. Speaking of AZ, let's see what he got to say about this. How nice it is to see so much energy so early in the day. Oh, you're curious about who snatched me? I'll say this, it's not Giovanni, because Giovanni used his Master Ball at the end of the episode on something else. Did you do a shiny Mareep quest? Yes, I did. The easy solution to make the video better, more Ace Attorney reference. Right? Hope you claim victory in ZA Royale so you might free Lumios at last. To that end, you should explore the city day and night. Get to know her Pokemon and her people. Such bonds will be sure to... This is literally the end of the Lance video. This is what Lance was like, you know? We need someone to know the Pokemon and people of the world, so it's not so bad. I can't believe ZA copied me. I didn't see it because my notification subscription feed were flooded. Yeah, I think that's what happens. I have no idea, to be honest. Personally, my favorite thing about Scarlet and Violet was the fact that my girl Shiny Servine looked so much better now. Ah, true. Answer questions. Did you do Shiny Marie? I answered the question, but also let's not ask about specific quests and stuff in the future of the game, because I don't want to like spoil for people who haven't gone that far yet. I'm not directly asking, just saying you made a smart writing decision. Yeah, thank you. The problem with doing character runs in this is that you don't have as much Pokemon to play with. Most gym leaders would only have 1 or 2 Pokemon. Also, there aren't really gym leaders. So, like, I could do the rivals. I could play as the rivals. My other problem is that this doesn't have connection with home. So I might need to, like, buy a second copy of this game just so I can transfer in Pokemon at low enough levels. Oh, if I were to play as gym leaders from X and Y. Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ooh! Giving me good ideas right there. I mean, I kind of also want to try out some of the named characters in this game, just to see how they would do in general. Because that's just the general premise. It's like, couldn't these other trainers have done it? Why do we gotta do it? For characters, you could do characters from X and Y. Yeah, that is true. Ready to see a Clement playthrough if you were to allow Pokemon that just match their type. Could AZ save Lumiose with just Floette? For real. I do wonder if he has other Pokemon on his team though. But yeah, you know, the news for season 4 not so good. That being said, I will be likely. Ooh, I haven't decided on this. Ooh, maybe I should. Yeah, I'll talk about it on stream. So I usually do like a yearly survey kind of thing. But there's a thing I'm trying to decide. I'll probably ask about it in the survey, just to kind of get like approval from the people. But basically, I'm considering starting a second channel just for like character runs, versus keeping it on one channel, because unfortunately I've noticed a change in the algorithm and it's gotten a lot more harsh. AZ had he had Golurk? He had Golurk? Say less. Say less. Right, so like if a new channel that's purely character runs does well and people like the voice runs there, season 4 might happen there. Basically, that's the idea. Because realistically, me doing other videos like reviews, streams, like talking about game mechanics, like that tends to nerf the way the game, like the way my channel performs in the algorithm, and the way videos perform overall. So it's like if someone doesn't click my sponsored Sword of Convalaria video, then all of a sudden they don't see any of the season 3 stuff as well, because they missed one video because it wasn't relevant to them. Or if someone didn't watch the camping video, then they didn't see the Lance video show up at all, because the algorithm was like, oh, they no longer care about your channel, Mr. Games, because you're not doing the one thing you're supposed to be doing. So that's my idea. I might test it out and see what happens. One season every 3 years, right? Yeah. And unfortunately the voice stuff, it's a lot of work. It ultimately, I hate to say that it comes down to like the financials, but it does. Because it's a lot of work. Nobody would work full-time for a month to get paid $200. You just wouldn't. I mean, at that point it's a hobby. But if it's a hobby, then I need a real job that's gonna take up all those full-time hours, and then it's gonna take months to make a video. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, this realistically cannot happen. I want her to test it out, exactly. So I'm thinking what I might do is just because you need enough watch hours to get it monetized. I might do like season 3 the movie is one of the videos on that channel. I have a Steven Stone run that I haven't edited yet, so there's gonna be a Steven Stone run, and then I might do like one more character run video. So this is gonna be a channel that starts out with 3 videos, and then I'll see how it goes from there. Best case scenario, it goes great, people love the character runs, and then we can do a season 4, and I can also hire an editor so that I could do multiple things. Worst case, who knows? Maybe you could do a second channel and continue Woolooverse there. Yeah. Again, it really comes down to like views and performance. I hate to say it, but it does. If it's not reaching a wide audience, I can't do it long term. And a lot of the YouTube gurus, maybe I shouldn't listen to them, but you know, a lot of the YouTuber advice is like, oh well, if you say the algorithm doesn't like the video, it just means the audience don't like the video. And I don't know how true this is, because this is where I get the mixed message, right? So if I listen to that advice, the algorithm says that I should not do any more Woolooverse because the audience doesn't like it. That's all there's. That's what that advice would mean. But in reality, I don't think the audience doesn't like it, because all the comments I get are like, man, I love this, make more, please. This is great. So then I'm like, I don't... I'm getting mixed messaging. Is it, do people not like it? Or do people just not click it? Like, do I need to clickbait more? I have no idea. Currently, I'm doing my current playthrough is Marianne from Miraculous Ladybug. Oh, Marionette. My bad. Oh yeah, that does take place in Paris. It does. I'd also recommend you kept the highest performing video format in the main channel. You have other videos in the other channel. I've thought about that too. That's why I'm still kind of entertaining the idea. And in worst case, I might just do like a test run, and if it goes bad, I just delete the channel and upload the videos here. So we'll see. People overload their subscription feed and then can't properly use it, which is why I'm kind of stingy with my use of the subscribe button. Exactly. And then YouTube recommends whoever you're actively watching, so it helps if you upload frequently and what people want to see. And unfortunately, this means it does push out more drama-based stuff and more clickbait. Totodale's date has been added to. Oh yeah, we get the Pokédex quest. We could go get to catch a Mareep. I feel like if someone like Mr. Beast made something like the Woolooverse blow up, because he already has the subs to make it viral. Right. That is also a thing. Go right into using your Pokédex app. Thank you very much. I think this is one of the first times where they're just like, the nurse has you install the app. Usually the little nurse ladies, they don't do much. This is like the most active they've been. Also, they're the store now. They got rid of the Pokemart. So just to show you guys, yeah, Shocky Sheep is in this. So she can heal your Pokemon, but this is also where you buy your items. So she's also the Pokemart. So she works 2 jobs now. The guys in the blue who run the shops, they got fired. They got replaced by AI, or by Nurse Joy. I don't know if that's her name here, but they got replaced by the nurses. No, they actually have separate names, because I've ran into them in the nighttime battles. Yeah, see, Shocky Sheep. Here in this game, Mareep. So cute. Okay, and off to the next area we go. I honestly kind of like this. It's nice to have it on one spot. I agree. It's streamlined, but it gives me more of a, it gives me a reason not to button mash through the nurse anymore. Because before I just button mashed A button, and I just heal my guys, just heal them. I don't want anything else. But now it's like I have like a reason to interact and think a bit more. It's better than Scarlet and Violet, where you had 2 separate persons to buy, I suppose. Exactly. One thing I absolutely love in this game is the ball guy outside the Pokemon. There's no ball guy in this game. I know who you're talking about, though. The guy that just picks up your Pokeballs and is like, ah, you... Here you go, King. You drop this. And I'm like, yes! Some of the reviews hate that, man. Some of the review videos are like, man, this guy sucks. There's no challenge now. If you miss a throw, you get the ball back. You don't have to grind it. I'm like, bro. Quality of life. Quality of life. How can you... I know. I know. I feel like a lot of the criticism is uncalled for. But it is what it is. I kind of do wish they would do a better ball guy reference as well. Just have one of them be like, man, I hear there's this mascot in the Gala region who dresses up as a ball guy. So I have a ball guy patch or something like I really wish they had like an actual ball guy reference in here. Because he's a ball, he picks up balls. Okay, let's catch a Fletchman. Uh-oh. It didn't catch. Yeah, he helping out, he gets yelled at. That's been common practice in businesses lately. They fire up a position and then absorb the responsibilities. Throwing away Urbane's balls to pick them up later, but he didn't have them, unfortunately. Oh, before I forget, George, I wanted to tell you this story because I know you said Brazil. So, because it was my dad's birthday recently, we heard about this Brazilian bakery nearby. And apparently they had really good cake. So, we went and we were like, okay, let's try out a couple of different items there. So we got several cakes. And I got this supposedly street food thing. Like, the lady working there said this is a really popular Brazilian street food. And I really liked it. But I cannot remember the name of it. But it was kind of like a corn pudding kind of thing. It started with a C. That's all I remember. It was almost like a pudding. And that's all I can say about it. Do you know what it is? Can you tell me about it? Because I really liked that. Like, I'm tempted to go back again just to get that. Because it was really good. Maybe in Legends Galar. I really think they're going to Galar next. Because that's so many references to it. No, it's not a churro. Churro's not like a pudding. This is not a pudding. I think you can still throw a ball at it, even though it's angry. But then you can't catch it, and then you have to fight it. So, the one thing I personally don't like about this game is that if you want to be dodging, you can't be in attack mode, and then you have to hold the ZL button to be in attack mode. So, like, if I let it go, my guy can't attack. So it's like constantly having to hold down a button. I kind of wish it was just a toggle instead of having to hold it. That is my main complaint about the new battle system. Why did you release the same time as the Paldean Curse movie? It was like a week or two apart. I was traveling to Bulgaria to visit my grandparents, so I just kind of needed filler videos while I dealt with the jet lag. Because it's a 7-hour time zone difference, and it usually takes me like a week or two to get adjusted to the time zone. So I was like, I'll just post these now. That way there's something for people to watch. If they kept the feature for future games, they need to give him a Yamper or Boltund, since they have the ball fetch ability. That is so true. Leventon is also from the Galar region, so that's another potential hint. Yeah, there's a lot of Galar hints. That's the only Latin American food I know. Oh no. I should tell you, once you unlock quests, there's a Wild Zone 1, there's a trainer you have to talk to, you get a shiny respawn. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I tend to just throw the ball at it a lot. I only attack it if it goes into anger mode, same. Although it seems to never work for me. Like, if it just doesn't catch the first time, I just have to fight it. Okay, so we have to catch 2 more Pokemon. And I already know which 2 Pokemon I want to catch. So something about this game, if you talk to guys or trainers who have the little yellow box above their head, they will give you an item, which is nice. My potions. There's also a Galarian Rapidash statue. Yeah, they kind of show it off too. What's the dessert? Cuaro de mijo. I don't know what that means. I'm uncultured. The best I can say is, well, first of all, I gotta catch a Mareep. It was yellow. It was like a pudding, and I think there was corn in there somewhere. Oh no, we're fighting in the tall grass. Oh no, it's dangerous. They do have a lot of Gala references. I do agree. Also, fun fact, you can actually try to catch them in the middle of battle. You don't actually have to, like, take them down. But it helps if you do take them down first. Okay. So something cool that people might have missed, I'm gonna go catch this Pokemon next, is if you leave this area, there's like a little back alley here, and you can get a Pichu. I'm not gonna use the Pichu, but I'm just gonna show it, just because it's like a nice little bonus if you are someone who likes to explore. So like if you go out of your way, you can get a Pichu at the start of the game. Otherwise, it's kind of walled off. You can't reach the Pichu otherwise. There's like big boulders, there's a lake, there's a fence. So you can see that there's a Pichu here, but you can't really access the Pichu. Unless you explore. Which I like that. The game rewards you for exploring. This is good. This is good game design right here. And I've heard 0 people talk about the fact that there's good, and then there's this bad game design, which is they tell you don't go this way. You can't leave an area. And then they stop you from walking everywhere, and you feel locked in. There's something else they could have added. There's like temporary barriers, other than just the phone calls, but... Started my first voice video, just me talking about a game, and now I have an hour and a half of voice work to trim and clean. Welcome to the game! It always feels a bit intimidating to start doing voice stuff, and it takes a bit more effort, but I think it's worth it at the end. I searched it up and it seems to look like a pudding with corn on YouTube. Okay, that might be right then. Definitely then. Okay, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. Okay, yeah, it's definitely that, yeah. I just googled it, yep. Brazilian corn pudding. It was good. It was goated. Get your 5 species of Pokemon? Heck yeah, I did. I've been suspecting Galar would be next for a while now. Feel they improved catching and... I think... I don't want to talk about leaks, but you're onto something. I also don't understand the catch window hate. It's a single throw, which is useful if you're trying to clear out a horde, and you think one you're trying to catch by mistake. Yeah, I don't know. Again, there's definitely things this game could have benefited from, but it's not like it's the first thing they show you is the Galarian horse. Hello, Dreamy Pond. Welcome, welcome. First time catching one of your streams. I've been trying to get into streaming and YouTube vids. Any tips? I don't know. Do stuff you enjoy. And just practice. Practice makes perfect. Maybe something you can do after you finish a stream or a video. Take a few days off from it and then watch it back and think, what could I have done better? It's just one thing. It doesn't have to be everything. See, this shot doesn't do them any favors because they have the little goggles. I believe this is like she wore these in the older game when she appeared, but like this looks bad. It just graphically looks. They could have put a Much better texture on that. But the fact that they throw it in front and center, and it's like, the lack of graphics, my eyes. Hello, the problem. Quaro is one of those types of Brazilian corn puddings, really popular, and there's a food truck that serves them on corn leaves. Ooh, nice. I have recorded a script about Professor Sada and PLA, only with Hisuian and Fossil Pokemon, but I got distracted. Oh no. That sounds like a fun run though. And you do unlock the fossils fairly early on in the game as well, which I like. Because usually fossils are locked behind like late game. Yeah, it's her little Team Flare visor. After this cutscene, check out the wall on the other side of the door. It's a fun reference. Check out the wall on the other side of the door. Okay. Came all this way to see me. I guess you hear about the prize. Of course that's why. So let's see what you managed to accomplish. So far you've caught... Also like how she has the first Rotom tablet. Ooh, 5 whole species. Look at that. I've been hoping someone like you would turn up. Someone like me. Oh, you want to know, do you? Then I'll explain the whole mess. See, for whatever reason, we've been seeing this influx of wild Pokemon within the city lately. That's what led to the construction of all these wild zones so they can live safely in the city. But I can't keep up with all the work. I couldn't even tell you what species are on the rise lately. But now you've shown up. You have what it takes to complete our challenge, because you're clearly curious about Pokemon. You're just the type we need our help with the survey work. Which I love the premise for this, because it's like, we have the Pokedex of Lumia, like, not Lumios, we have a Pokedex of XY, but this is a Pokedex of the Pokemon that are showing up within the city exclusively. So kind of you, somehow, I knew you'd agree. Since I'm Mabel, we'll call this Mabel's Research. And starting now, I'm sending you all kinds of research requests, understood? Good. In fact, I've already got some things I want you to check out for me. I'll send you the details. Received a new message. Okay, I've been doing a Let's Play dev on Minecraft. I've been enjoying it as a hobby whilst I find work. Is that what you recommend? Yeah. I would also just recommend doing like streaming or YouTube as a hobby rather than as a main job. Speaking from experience, unless you're like in the top like maybe 1 to 5% of creators, it's hard to make ends meet with this. So I would not recommend it as like a main job. Good hobby, good part-time thing, good side gig. Main job, It's a lot of luck that comes into play for it, despite what everyone else says. So, okay, open the main menu, check out the research, and she gives us TMs like Rock Smash, which functions like an HM in this game. Actually, they brought back HMs, except they're a lot more versatile, and you don't necessarily have to use Rock Smash. You can use a lot of other things. Oh, attention to detail. I've seen someone else, like Keegan J, play this game for 30 hours before. Right, and it's like the game's only been out for 48 hours. How? How? Had to leave stream. It's called, Kanjika maybe? Is Churro that's Mexican, but doesn't... Okay. I love the Rotom deck, yeah. I wish we have our own Rotom font, like we did in the decks in Sun and Moon. I don't know if I like the Sun and Moon decks, but it was mainly because it was staring at me the whole time in the double screen. Okay, look at the back side of this wall. Hold on, what was I supposed to look at? Check the wall on the other side of the door? This wall. Is it the Sycamore photos? They're photos of Professor Sycamore, the previous director of the research lab, who looks surprisingly like our father in this game, so I'm like... Is he our dad? Why are we here? This is a question I've yet to find an answer to. Why is the main character even here? Why did they show up? Why are we here? Just to suffer. I can't help but be suspicious of her. Goodbye, Sycamore. And hello again, Mabel. We have completely different histories and cultures. One of the few cultures overlaps with Hispanic cultures is the rice cream we see in Scarlet and Violet. Ah. And then we meet this dude. We can finally have our hat, which happen to be Harmony. How'd you know? So you're the new member who is Bane so pleased to have aboard. I recognize you by the jacket. I'm the one who embroidered that logo on it. Something else I've noticed. Right, so this is the MZ logo. He's got it on the front of his shirt. And we have it on the back of our jacket. But I don't see it anywhere on Tawny or Bane. I don't see them have the logo on. My name's Naveen. I'm another member of Team MZ, so we're teammates, I suppose. So you had business in the lab, helping out with Mabel's research? I'm surprised she found anyone willing to help, but I suppose it's not a bad deal for you. Makes me wonder if he knows her somehow. The TMs you earn as rewards will be helping your research come in handy for that. About your outfit, it still needs something. And the something we need is a hat. Oh, I think someone explained it earlier. What it was called Quaral de Mujo? I don't think I'm saying that right. But it's like a corn pudding, apparently. The other stuff I tried was very big. It was like a tres leche cake, tres leche. I took French for so long that when I see tres leche, my mind puts the S as silent. And then everyone's like, no, it's tres leche. Like you say the tres. Zapdos. Mo tres. It's not mo tray, it's mo tres. And I'm like, but French. French has told me that the S is silent at the end of words. Yeah, I took French back in high school. That was a long time ago too, but hello, Silver Veneer. Get your prize as a TM. Heck yeah. Okay, so basically, Rock Smash lets you break the rocks. That's it. Which I think it was nice, because it's like, oh, we have HMs back. They're not really HMs. At the start of the game, it feels a bit restrictive, because it's like, man, now I gotta teach someone Rock Smash, and it's the Bunnelby I had to catch. So it's like the game kind of wants you to use this Bunnelby at the start. Cujal de Meleo. Oh, I need to go get that. It was really good. I sure wish I could use Rock Smash. Well, my bunny can. Oh look, we get an item. Like this is good game design. They progressively introduce features to you. I like this. I approve. My brother loves Pokemon. Nice. Okay. Now what is our next mission? That is back to Hotel Z. And we don't have flying yet, so I have to walk there. Yeah, so they're like, okay, you can break rocks now. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. I can break rocks. Start grinding. Hold on. And then it's like, oh, we want to get back to the hotel. Well, there's rocks in the way. Why are there rocks in the way? I don't know. I don't know why there's rocks here, but there are. But now they're not there anymore. Do you get to eat it with cinnamon? Yes. The other thing I got was like a guava pudding. I don't know if guava is really. I don't know. Is guava like big in Brazil, or is it just one of those things where they're like, it's you know, it's tropical sounding. Alright, and now we get to enjoy. Gameplay wise, they're there to direct you where you need to go. Story wise, a Pokemon left them there. Which I guess it kind of makes sense. It would have been. I think, again, this is one of those things where they could have added a little extra thing. Like, oh, here's this rock Pokemon who's been dropping rocks everywhere. And you're like, that makes sense. Instead of just like, there's rocks. And it's like, okay. I'll just accept that there's rocks in the city now. It's big. Okay. Are you able to do a giveaway? No. I don't have anything to give away. What do you mean, giveaway? Anyways, you still doing good? I like to check every once in a while. Yeah, I'm doing alright. You should have paid for the construction work, rock removal. Alright. We have something like a guava preserve. It looks deep purple. We usually eat it with fresh cheese. I don't think I had that. There was like a cake with some like Brazilian candies. It was similar to a Kit Kat. I forget the name. It was like a chocolatey chocolate candy, like a chocolate wafer kind of candy. But yeah. Okay, so now he's explaining the real thing, which is like we gotta go fight trainers. Think of a better way to ask is, do you have any giveaways planned? I agree. I agree. I think that they're used to, so this is something else that a lot of big creators do, which is they're like, follow me, subscribe, and if you hit like and subscribe, there's you could win. You could do it right now, like and subscribe and watch until the end, and you could win. And it's like, then people aren't even watching because they want the content, they're just watching because they want to win. I mean, I guess it's a way to get viewers. I don't want to use that way personally, but at the same time, knowing how hard it is to make money online, I understand where they're coming from, especially if it's effective. Some round balls with chocolate sprinkles, yes, I think so, yeah. Here's the Royale. Once night falls, check your map. Okay. Alright, gamer. You're getting put in timeout. You're getting put in timeout, gamer. None of that. I'm sorry. I'm not here to be bossed around. I'm happy with you giving us your time and effort. People shouldn't expect free handouts, yeah. Unfortunately, it does work really well for, like, children. I hate to say it. But, you know, there's a kid, they can't afford the game. Their parents are like, no, you ain't getting this until Christmas. And they're like, I want the game now. I want the game now, mommy. And then a streamer shows up and they're like, you could get the game now if you like, follow, subscribe, and watch all the way until the end. And it's like, that's how they get ya. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for having me. Yeah, thank you for being here. Have a good day. Diving into Zia Royale 2, are you? Okay, so I'm not very curious how these battles go on the Switch 1. But so far, apart from like mild lag here and there, I'm not seeing that much of an issue with the Switch 1 version. Like, the motions aren't as smooth as the Switch 2 version, and the graphics aren't as crisp. I don't know if crisp is the right way to describe the graphics in the Switch 2 version of this game, but they look less grainy. This is perhaps what I'm going for. Okay, so they see you, they instantly start the fight. And then they basically have like 2 seconds where they can attack you without any consequence. This lady might actually beat me up. I'll have a good matchup against her. Also, early game you can't really dodge. I think I talked about this on the first stream. Like yeah, you can't dodge yet. So like even if they attack you, you can't even dodge. Don't you have a Switch 2? I do. But I'm curious to see how the Switch 1 version of the game plays. Because some people will only get to experience the Switch 1 version. There's a lot of people who did not buy the Switch 2 yet. The Woolverse will live, even if I have to fund it myself. I'm totally going to fund it up. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I'll try the second channel stuff and see how that goes. That's a win already, nice. Keep it up. Send all these trainers packing. Alright, so now, you know, our guys kind of got beat up. You can walk back to them to heal you. The odds of you winning these giveaways are so low. They're low-key a scam. I don't know if scam, but like... And then you can get into like legal trouble for doing a giveaway. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff that goes into it. I'm like... Bro, I just want to play the game. Want a tip? Not really. Oh, there's no one here. I could have sworn there was someone here. Actually, hey, come here for a sec. Oh, you have to get the tip. You have to get the tip from her. You can't shiny Mareep, yes. So tutorial battles are basically just beat up other Mon better. Yeah, pretty much. So try to sneak up nice and quiet. So this is where they try to introduce the sneaking feature. And I think this is very undercooked. This is perhaps the most undercooked part. Oh, now it spawns. What the heck? What was my Bunnelby doing over there? Sir. That was your chance. Okay, this load time is not nearly that bad on the second switch. Okay, so like here's the problem with this. So I want to sneak on him. But like to sneak on him, my guy needs to walk all the way up there. Well, I guess water gun's long range. But for some of them, you have to run up to the guy. And a lot of the times, by the time your Pokemon runs up to them and charges up their move, they turn around and see you. And I'm like, no! This is not sneaky. Like, there's a lot of unnecessary animation load times for certain attacks that I think could have been streamlined. And that's maybe just me comparing this game a little bit too much to Xenoblade. Because Xenoblade uses a very similar like cooldown function, but like it had like the way Xenoblade works is you can like cancel attacks into each other. So it's like if I use Leer, as soon as the Leer animation starts, I can hit Water Gun, and it'll cancel the Leer animation but still apply the effect, and then slam it with a Water Gun instead. And then the Water Gun does more damage. So kind of like animation canceling into other moves and stuff like that this game just does not have. It's like you're stuck in an animation. So some attacks that have really long animations are kind of disadvantageous to use. The main one I can think of is Power Gem, which is literally just a beam and then you're just stuck there. Planning to ignore me and whatever useful advice I might have, are you? You got a Bunnelby, why? You kind of have to get the Bunnelby. They won't give you the option. Winning Pokemon battles and battle zones will earn you prize medals. Your prize money for the night is awarded based on how many medals you collected that night. Just watch out, if you lose a battle, you may have medals taken away from you. I think it'd be wise to avoid picking fights with high-ranked trainers. I recommend giving your Pokemon a citrus berry to hold. And then he gives you a citrus berry. Sneaking is if they see your character, not the Pokemon. But yeah, but a lot of times your character has to be in sight in order for them to even like lock on. So like here, I can see this Weedle, but my guy cannot lock onto the Weedle. And these guys can see me, but I can't lock onto their Pokemon. Or like I've locked onto Weedle and I'm using Water Gun. I don't think that's was sneaky. He could have seen my Pokemon this whole... I don't know. It feels not quite there. Well, one time I'll bring my Charizard in ZA Royale and the person my Charizard would ignore it. It's all fine as long as you hide. True. Okay, now a little fun part that I don't know if people have done this, because this is part of the tutorial. You got 1,000 ticket points. Challenger tickets, you can compete in a promotion match. You can accumulate no more tickets at this point. Please proceed to your promotion match. So at this point, the game's like, congratulations, you did it. You can meet me up at the Pokemon Center. And I assume most people left right away. But if you haven't left right away, I want you to look at this map. Wait, I pushed the wrong one. I pushed the wrong one. Look at this map, look at where I am. There's an extra alleyway right here. And if you go down this extra alleyway right here, there's another trainer. You guys wanna see me get destroyed? You wanna see me get absolutely destroyed? My guys are level 6. And there's a trainer with a level 18 Pidgeot, rank X. They're like 2 ranks ahead of us. And there's no dodging yet, so it just destroys you. Just destroy. Because you can't dodge. So I'm very curious, like, if this is like, how much grinding do you have to do early game to even like get enough of a level boost to stand a chance here? And also this model of trainer, this is the police force. This is what the cops look like in Lumiose. I thought they were like janitors or something, but I guess this is what the police look like in France, I guess. Oh, Bunnelby lived for 2 seconds. Yeah, you can. I just need type advantage and 20 more levels, and then I can. Looks like typical French cops. I won't know. I haven't been in France. A little off topic, but I've seen people need to adjust their expectations. I've seen people online thinking megas are back to stay. What I pointed out is unlikely. They get angry. Oh no. Oh, George, are you telling me that megas, the feature they've already taken away once, plus all the other features they've already taken away from their one game that they existed in, is gonna get taken away again? How dare? How could? It's such a pattern at this point. I'm not even surprised that, you know, this is gonna be a temporary thing in this game only. I kind of do like the way it's implemented though, because it's not permanent. Because a lot of these megas really boost your guys up like by a lot. So it makes it feel a bit more fair. You can at least run from the battle and it doesn't count as a loss. Ah, interesting. Pidgeotto. Too bad I can't transfer my shiny. Yeah. I forget what the transfer thing was. Because it's like ZA is not compatible, or you can send from ZA into this game, but not the other way around? I have not read into that. I just know that there was like something with home access. I think it was just not even accessible to home at the moment, and then it's just a one-way transfer afterwards. But I forget in which direction. That's exactly what I mean, yeah. I think people are just too angry at video games in general. And in part, video games are to blame because they throw all these like FOMO mechanics at us that are like, you must play your game now, and it's like, it's fine when it's one game, but when it's every game, then you start to raise your expectations. It's like, okay, well, you want my attention at all times. What are you giving me for that attention? And a lot of times the games just don't deliver, despite placing huge demands on players. So I kind of see where it's coming from. Yeah, so these rank up battles are basically the replacements for gyms. You don't really get badges. It's just a battle. So this is Zach. He's a taxi driver. Kind of a generic NPC. I think the lack of backwards compatibility is a programming thing. I think it just has to do... It's just too hard to make it work. Z is not compatible with the old games, but you can do home once the upgrade comes out. Okay. So you can put a Pokemon from ZA into home, but then you cannot put it into the older games. That makes sense. You'll learn, kid. You'll learn how much easier it is said than done. It's you against every other Pokemon trainer who wants to be strongest in Lumiose. Let's get a promotion match started, shall we? Bon chance to both of us. And I could be respectful to this guy. What's my favorite Mega so far? I think Barnacle boy. You can do this. I know you can. Even your Pokemon know you can. Oh yeah, I don't need to complete the Pokédex to get the Shiny Charm. Yeah. Challenger Stick is verified. This part I don't like so much because it clanks the phones together and I'm like, at what point do the phones accidentally break each other? Also, does anyone know if you can change the phone case? Because I don't think I've seen the option yet. Piece of gâteau. Gâteau is cake. Piece of cake. Well, I won't make it easy for you because this taxi driver has a taxi dream. I'm going to reach rank A and abolish all forms of transit in Lumiose, except taxis. And I don't see any other forms of transit in this city for the rest of the game, so I don't know what he's talking about. You're challenged by Zach the driver. He's just like Xenoblade, man. He's a driver. Bonus points if you get the reference. Oh, he has a low-level Slowpoke though. I didn't realize. I haven't paid attention to... Because the battles go so fast in this game, I don't really pay attention to the teams most of these other characters use. Like maybe I'll remember they're like ace Pokemon or something like that, but in general, I'm just like, I don't... Also, a weird thing is like if you want to use items, like if you're in attack mode, you can't use anything. Here, I'll let him send out another Pokemon first. But basically, if you want to use an item during battle, you just have to open up the menu and like manually use the item. And then it locks you out of using an item for a while. I don't know how long this WoW is. I think it's just a couple of attacks, but it's something I've noticed about the... Sorry, I gotta move around a little bit. Yeah, the phone sparking is cool, I agree. One day we'll have a trainer fight instead of Pokemon. They just give you buffs and debuffs. It's around 5 seconds. Alright, so 1 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Can I use it again? No. Can I use it again? It's been 5 seconds. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's about 5 seconds, yeah. So it's like an actual timer. I don't think it's like a turn counter. I think it's just a timer counter. I kind of do wish there was like a pause menu during the battle itself so you can look at status effects and what's going on. Oh, I see it. It's on the lower screen. Yeah, there's a thing there. I saw it. Yeah. See, I think the UI of the active battles is what they need to work on. Because I feel like there's just too much going on screen. Okay, so yeah, if I use the item... Oh, I don't even have a... I'll just use it now. So when I use the item, I see it. I see it. I took a screenshot. It's not gonna show me the screenshots, is it? I don't know why this does. This is gonna show me my other random screenshots that I've taken, but not the screenshot I want to see. Pokemon ZA. Legends Arceus. Legends ZA. And then it's down here. It's, well, I see it. There's the bar. I see it now. It's so missable. There's just too many things going on with the UI. And it's an active battle, so it's like my focus is here on the two Pokemon. But then over here it's like, Bunnelby is paralyzed, so it can't move as quickly. Pikachu defense fell. Pikachu used, and I'm like, I'm not even reading these half the time. I'm just focused on what's happening on here. But then there's all these other UI features, like, I guess the item refresh. This tells you what stats are lowered or higher. So I believe this is my attack is lowered. So the little blue down, the first one is attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. Something like that. I wonder if there's different icons for like accuracy, evasion, that type of stuff. But yeah, it's very, I don't know. I feel like they need an improvement in the UI just a little bit. And see, and now when you focus the Pikachu, it has the thing on the Pikachu as well, the down arrow. I'm observing this, but it's like, why do I have to take screenshots? Why do I? Is this just a me thing? Am I just a boomer? Is this? No, I pushed the wrong button. Dang it. I gotta do the sword all over again. You think the battle UI is clean? Yeah, and then there's the... There's the run button. If you hold minus, it'll let you run away. There's the down thing on the... I don't know. Could just be me, then, yeah. I think I'm just so used to like turn-based where you just have a lot of time to like sit and look at things. And in this, there's no sitting and looking at things. It's just like battle, 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 battle. But like right now, Pikachu has the accuracy down thing, right? I don't know. I'm gonna get going. It was fun. Thank you for hanging out. And then I hit it with the growl. I can kind of see that. Takes a while to figure out where to look at, though. I believe they'll get to a point where they'll have to cycle gimmicks in mainline games. Creating a completely new battle gimmick in every generation is unsustainable. I agree. We'll see what Gen 10 has for us. Evasion and accuracy isn't a thing in this game because it's an active system. Ah, you're right. If you miss, it's a skill issue. Oh no, not the skill issue. Michael, don't hit me with the skill issue. I have no idea why my Switch album does that. I'll be honest, I don't know. Your victory is confirmed. Congratulations, now processing your promotion. Y rank. Choose your moves well. Even the position of your Pokemon into account. That was one well-fought Pokemon battle. Hello, Emma. Whose base face is the 2 dots and 3. She's just a meme. You're a new face. Nice to meet you, trainer. My name's Emma. I'm a detective who's entrusted with the task of protecting the peace of Lumio City. Do you mind introducing me to your friend here, Urbane? That's not Emma Sky. Where's her churros? Or snackos or whatever she was eating. This is Harmony, Team MZ's newest member. Ah, that makes sense. I only saw a bit of your promotion match. But based on what I saw, Team MZ's got a fine new trainer. I bet AZ is pleased too. Not that his face would give it away. By the way, Urbane, I'm afraid I haven't found any leads on the person you're looking for. I just wanted to let you know, but I've got to be heading back now. Have a good night. And then she Naruto runs away. She's a meme. She's a meme, gamers. Emma's the top detective in Lumio City. She's Naruto running to the truth of the matter. You know you're doing great, Harmony. Am I? Anyways, now you got your promotion and everything. I think it's time we call it a night too. I was flabbergasted the first time I saw her run. Makes me want to get the game just so you can watch Emma Naruto run. I kinda wish they gave us like little adjustments like that, like the poses we do when we mega evolve, like the way our character runs, stuff like that. Honestly, I doubt Game Freak will make a new system every gen, but rather are laying a new groundwork for a new single system. Wolf just uploaded his thoughts and I'm seeing their division. Do you believe Nessa could make it to the peak of trainers in Zaza? I mean, Nessa's the best Galar has to offer, so like, I mean, if she can, I don't know who, but I don't think her ace is in this game. I don't think Churro made it to France. At least I have not seen a Churro yet. What's like Team Tweaks, of course. Sag. That's also a big challenge of wanting to do character runs, is you're so limited by the Pokedex that it's like there's only a couple of trainers I could do runs as get it AZ. Anyways, what does MZ stand for? I have no idea. I've been asking myself this since we showed up. M's for Mega Evolution, and Z is for Hotel Z. Mega Evolution of Hotel Z. This is the purpose of their team, I think. I forget what the purpose of this team is. I think we'll be able to protect the future of Lumios with Harmony around. Bane, you're that confident? Well, even Emma had good things to say about her. You met Emma, did you? She's a remarkable Pokemon trainer. Could Emma become champion? If only she could have also joined our efforts, but she has her own work to carry out. We must hope that enough competition will forge us to get the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then the city's Pokemon and people might finally rest easy. I hope you also contribute to this efforts, Harmony. I still don't know why Harmony is here. Can I say something? Doing the ZA Royale takes a lot of energy, so I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. The pantry's contents are yours to use as ever, though I myself will retire for the night. Kiruru! Emma does have 6 Mons. Ooh, Michael, don't tell me. Alright, leave the chefing to me. Would you bake something normal, please? I'm good with literally anything as long as it's ready soon. You may want to be more specific or else, well, you know what you'll get. What will we get? I also forget how long the intro section is on this game. But also all the budget went on this curry thing. Bon appetit! It's croissant curry, gamers! Y'all love curry? Y'all love croissants? Best of both worlds, this croissant curry. What even is this? What's so confusing? It's my brainchild, croissant curry. I created it to be the hotel's sought-after signature dish. It pairs Lumios's delicious croissant with Galar region's legendary curry. They really are hinting towards Galar so much in this game. To unlock the full potential of both. That sense sends my appetite into overdrive. I could eat your cooking forever, Urbane. I reject that monstrosity altogether. I don't know if you guys played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I imagine Naveen sounding like the guy with the poofy hair from, now I forgot his name, Tyon. I imagine him sounding like Tyon if he had voice acting. He doesn't have voice acting, but that's how I imagine him sounding. You say that every time, but you seem to polish off anything I cook. I was just raised better than to let food go to waste. You can be so particular, Naveen. Maybe it's because you're Lumio's born and raised. I eat many other things, but I draw the line at croissant curry. Sorry about his hubbub. But for real, I'm glad you showed up here. Yeah, big same. Having you around makes me... You know what I think is a little bit awkward is the fact that she's like social distancing from us. Like, why is there a chair in between us? We have a sickness or something? Why is she so far away? Why is Urbane so far away from Naveen? Like, I don't know, if you sit at a table with friends, don't you sit next to the friend? This isn't the urinal. You don't leave a space in between. You sit next to each other. Anyways. I can't wait to see everyone that everyone's capable of. Now let's eat. You know, gamers, the more I play the Switch 1 version, the more I'm questioning why they're not the same price with the Switch 2 version. Because it's literally just a graphical update. Not only character unlocks, like it's a character run, but it gives you more flexibility. Yeah, I at first I wanted to do a run where it's ZA but no dodging. Except I realized that most of the game you don't even need to dodge anyways. So it doesn't matter if you don't dodge. So there goes that run idea. The other thing I wanted to try was ZA without Mega Evolution. Because they do give us a lot of Pokemon that Mega Evolve. I want to say like a solid 70% of the Dex has a Mega Evolution. So what if I did a run of the game where I just use Pokemon that don't Mega Evolve? Because there is a mechanic that lets you do all the stuff that requires Mega Evolution without Mega Evolving. That I'm not going to talk about, but like it's a thing. They just don't tell you until much later in the game that it exists. And I really wish I knew about it earlier. Usually characters have a theme to their teams. Ah, you mean like more of a theme. Like herd animals. Skidoo. And Mareep. And I don't think Miltank is in this game. What's another herd animal? Lopunny. This guy. Making your videos to advertise, huh? Not a bad idea. But wouldn't it be better to just ask Canary to promote the hotel for you? Or you could use one of my prize scaffolding courses to spruce up the walls for your hotel. We build scaffolding all the time for our work as part of the urban development plan. But you see, who cares about regular scaffolding? No one. That's why at Racine Construction, I don't know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, we make our scaffolding into obstacle courses. Surely no one will sue us if they hurt themselves while trying to do our obstacle course in the middle of the city. We also leave colorful screws on the courses for folks to grab and trade in for prizes. So this is the actual Korok seeds of this game. It's the little colorful screws that he's gonna... Oh, he gave us a plush. And we get a Canary plush. A plush doll of Canary that holds a red charm. Having one of these increases the experience points your Pokemon get by a little. How's the Switch 1 version so far? Not that different from the Switch 2 version. That's just bad design. They should have put a 4-seat table. Yeah. I think Tarragon is Chairman Rose and Peeny's relative. Ooh! Ooh, that would be so cool if that's actually true. He's like their uncle or something like that. You know what? I just had a great idea. Let's take my secret shortcut to Centrico Plaza. Here, come with me. Like, the graphics don't look as nice. Like, there's not as crispy. Like, this grass doesn't look that bad on the Switch 2 version. Like, it does look bad. It does. I can't. I would be lying to you if I say this grass looks good in any way, shape, or form. But it looks less bad on the Switch 2 version, and that's about the only improve. Like, there's not as many like laggy moments, I guess. Sometimes when there's like big movements of Pokemon moving around, it might lag a little bit on the Switch 1, whereas it does tend to stay smooth on the Switch 2. But which again makes me kind of upset that they're charging an extra $10 for the Switch 2 version. But what can we do? I think that's more of a Nintendo call than a Pokemon call. Then again, what's the point of theorizing about something I have no information on? Just kind of basing it off of the other games that have like a Switch 1, Switch 2 version. Now personally, I really like the fact that there's all this rooftop stuff. Like, I think it makes the cityscape a lot more enjoyable to explore. In early game, it does look kind of bland, I agree. But as you progress through the story, it becomes more developed. Get it? Urban redevelopment. Anyways. I kind of wish there was a marker though for wherever there's ladders and stuff you could use. That would have helped a little bit. Valued guest at Hotel Z, as he makes the evil face again. She's such a Spuddy Core character, it's not even funny, probably because she's implied to be Filipino. Ah. I don't know if she gives me Spuddy vibes. Like, this might be a hot take, but I don't really like the Canary character much. Like, her design is, like, cute. But, like, her personality, I don't like. I don't like her personality. Am I allowed to say that? Well, it's because this game started development during lockdowns, and let's be honest, there was just international effort to make lockdown measures new norm. Probably. I like Iono better. Iono is the best electric type streamer. Safe landing mode activated. Sudden fall detected and averted. She's the first character to canonically swear, so that's something I know. I didn't think there'd be swear. That's why this game is rated T for teen, right? It's because Canary makes a swear. Wait, actually, it should say on the box why it's rated T for teen. Oh, it's E10 plus. Hold on, now I'm curious. E10 plus. Usually it says on the fantasy violence. That's it. That's why it's E10. Yeah. Oh, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition features improved graphics and frame rate. They're charging $10 for it. Anyways, I assume that's directed to the Rotom phone, right? Your phone is amazing, is what's amazing, not me. For example, here in Brazil, almost no one used food delivery apps like iFood before 2020. Now they're commonplace. Yeah, no, you're right. Pandemic definitely changed some things around. I think this lady just gives us balls. You have plenty of Pokeballs on hand if you're mucking about the Wild Zone. You get 10 Pokeballs. And I think I'll do like a quick run through of this Wild Zone just so I can see what it... Because I assume if there's gonna be graphical issues, it'll be here. Because so far the battles haven't had any problems. So let's see how the... You know, the more active Wild Zone looks. Oh, there's Magikarps. Okay, this does look kind of bad. This does look kind of bad on the, on the Switch one. This Magikarp, he crunchy. He a crunchy guy, look at him. But this is Switch 1. This is Switch 1 graphics. Yeah, I guess the Switch 1 graphics don't look as nice. But overall, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if this guy's gonna react to this, but if you... So when you go to camera mode, there's like little music you can play. And sometimes it makes the NPCs change their facial expressions. Hold on, this guy's doing a thing, so I can't show it. And then I switch the music. Now she angry. Now she sleepy. Now she normal. Now she happy. I kind of wish there were more emotes to this. But I really like this feature. And the fact that like the NPCs will like react to it. Yeah, so there are nice things about the game. Alright, let's get this Badoo. And then the Magikarps, I don't they do this thing where they just jump on the... And I'm like, yo, this is nice. This is nice. Gotta hop off for lunch. Yeah, I'm gonna finish exploring this area and I'll probably hop off as well. But yeah, enjoy lunch, Michael. So like the Pokemon do things. They're not just standing there. Which I like. This is like the most Pokemon do things kind of Pokemon game. And then some of the maps, they have like nice little hidden details. So we're gonna switch the bunny guy. So there's like a little rock you can walk over to this side. And all of a sudden you have access to this little area. It's kind of locked off otherwise. Later on in the game, there are more Pokemon that spawn, so if you open up the map, you can see like the Pokemon in the Wild Zone. And I believe once you catch all the Pokemons in the question mark, you start to get Alpha Pokemon. That's what they were called in ZA, right? I mean in Arceus, the Alphas. They will show up. Which is nice. I'm trying to see if there's like performance issues, but I'm not really seeing performance issues. It's just graphic. I mean, occasional frame rate lowers, but like... Magikarp, go. No. Okay. Smaller? I love that they're making the 3D Pokemon more lively. I miss the depth and textures SEV gave them, but they're good here. Yeah, I think I was talking about this earlier, where it's like the texture seemed a bit too realistic in SV, and here they're more like cartoonish stylized, but I think it ends up looking that, personally at least, I mean this could just be me, like I don't need Bunnelby to have like independent hair details. Like he looks fine like this, like a more simple color style without all the extra details. Could just be me though. It would be cool that they had a chance to jump to the other side of the bridge, and if they do, they evolve. Oh, that would be cool. Alpha spawn even without having caught all the wild area. Catching all allows you to fly there. Oh, wait, really? I thought I could fly there without catching all of them. As an Easter egg to the Legends, Magikarp and Gyarados are based on. Yeah. Yeah, so I think despite the fact that it's like they're placed in a city, they did a pretty good job of, you know, giving the Pokemon like nice context in the world and how they interact with, which I personally like. Also, this girl, can I just say, she looked like Hisuian Zoroark. It makes me wonder if she's actually a Zoroark. It's a Team Flare logo on the truck. Oh yeah, it is the Team Flare logo. They just put like a thing over it. I wonder if it's just a refurbished Team Flare truck. And then we get Vinny. Ah, forgive me, who is your friend? Hey there, Vinny, let me introduce you. This is Harmon, your newest addition to Team MZ. And this gentleman is Vinny, a big shot from Quasartico Inc. I'm the CEO's secretary in title, though in practice I'm more of her errand boy. Regardless, I'm pleased to meet you. Please accept my apologies on behalf of the company for any inconveniences you may have suffered due to our urban redevelopment efforts. Even our beloved Prism Tower is closed to visitors until we can complete some renovations. If you come here hoping to see the city sights, Harmony, this is a truly sorry state of affairs. Come on, Vinny, it's not like you personally made all this construction happen. Besides, we're excited to see this. Wait, now that I'm looking at them side by side, I'm like, are these guys related? Is Urbane related to the cafe people? Because their hair is looking kind of similar. Anyways, thank you for understanding. With that, I'm afraid I must be getting back to work. Please excuse me and enjoy your day. Bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna go to the Lookout Bureau, that's where Emma works. Follow me. Alright. We're almost at the part where they let you roam around freely in the entire city. So basically, for the duration of this whole like intro section, they don't really let you wander off much. Like they give you like little bits of access to the map here and there, but if you try to step out of the area, oh, there's a lot of pop-ins here. I see it. Nope, can't walk backwards though. But like if you look at the trainers over that way, like they'll just suddenly like disappear as we walk away. I guess that's just like a render distance, but it's not as bad on the Switch 2. Yeah, there's a lot of tutorial railroading, and I think that made people very upset. Because a lot of people are like, man, this game stops you from... And I'm like, yeah, during the tutorial section, it stops you from going anywhere. And then you basically have free roam access to all the city. But at the start, there's not much you can do. You can go clothes shopping in this little shopping district. Yeah, I guess the load-in distance for things is much shorter on the Switch 1. So like, you could see your Bane or Tawny all the way from here on the Switch 2. Ain't that the point of a tutorial? I think the main problem is that the tutorial feels very long. And it's a lot of people who've already played Pokemon before, so they're like, I already know all this stuff. Why are you dragging me along? But yes, that is the point of tutorials. I think some games execute them a bit better. But even Breath of the Wild, like, the tutorial section is very limiting. Again, I think they could have done like a urban redevelopment thing. They could have just put up like scaffolds everywhere and then like, sorry, we're actually doing some construction. Remind us of the lovely construction worker from X and Y that tells you the power is out, nobody's allowed here, and then you see some random NPC walk right through. They could have done that. They could have done that. That's all they would have to do. Place some scaffolds around, be like, sorry, we're doing some work here. Or some of the holograms are like, we're testing holograms, can't get through, sorry. Ain't that the point of the tutorial? Exactly, yeah, but a lot of mechanics are new in this game. Exactly, that too. Big guy, Ivor, yeah. Ivor has grown on me. At first I was like, this guy seems very random. But as you get through the story, I'm like, I like this guy. He's hilarious. Once we're joined in strength, we can finally make Wild Zones a thing of the past. This guy's wasting his breath. That'll never work. Hey, you in the back! Once you taste my strength firsthand, you understand the truth of Ivor Sensei's words. I challenge you to a battle. Sounds like you're getting called out. What? Why me? Like I said, I challenge you to a battle. Look at all the side-eye we're getting right now. Look at all the side-eye. all the side-eye. I'm Josie. Probably the 5th strongest disciple, probably. You're challenged by Josie, the Fist of Justice. Got on my chop. Uh-oh, someone's in trouble, right? I'm like, oh no. And then, I like how... At first I was concerned about like this boxed in area stuff. But I kinda like it, how there's just like trainers just chilling and watching the battle. And cheering for you. I was a little concerned about the outlines, because then I'm like, oh, what if I want to just leave? But I've yet to feel like a battlefield has been too small. Or like too restricting. So I should have been fighting instead of running around. But also notice, like, as I'm running around, there's no frames dropping. Like, it's not having the Scarlet Violet issues, which was a concern I had because of you know, the fact that it's a more active battle style. Like, I think they pulled it off pretty well, considering what we had before. Like it runs. The bar's really low, but it runs. You might have me on the ropes, but we're in the fists of justice. Know how to keep our cool. I gotta meditate. Okay, I saw a little bit of frame drop here, just a little bit, but it's not like game breaking. It doesn't ruin my experience of the game. Like, it's not as intrusive. I'm not seeing blue Staravias. And it's a hard thing to balance. Exactly. And usually new players take precedent because their goal is to expand their consumer base. And if you have new players complaining, the game doesn't explain how it works, it discourages others. Exactly. You know, if I start a game franchise I've never played and then it just like doesn't tell me anything, I'm like, I'm dropping this. In terms of ZA Royale rankings, I'd say you'd be rank H. No, maybe even rank G. I'm actually rank Y. If I might be so bold to ask, why are you participating? I just started. Unbelievable. I feel there must be some secret to the strength you displayed just now. And I can think of but one explanation. You have mastered having your Pokemon learn moves. Learn moves? What does that mean? You mean you're unfamiliar with the concept? So this is a spot where you can skip a tutorial, basically. Be like, I know what it is. No, I must have misunderstood you. My knowledge of the matter is that Pokemon can remember 4 moves at a time. Yeah, this is skippable. You don't have to look through this if you already knew what it was. You could be like, of course I know what this is. Cultivating a set of 4 moves rich in power and variety is what leads Pokemon to grow stronger. It just displays this page if you say, I already know what moves are. But perhaps I should not be speaking too freely about tactics. We may face each other in battle before long, after all. Out of respect for your display of strength, I'll take my leave for today. But should we meet again in the ZA Royale, I'll hit you with the full force of my justice. Victory will be mine. I will reach the highest rank, spread my influence far and wide, and abolish all wild zones. This guy's off the rails and still going full speed. Speaking of off the rails, feel free to go and explore if you want Zone 3, but I'm going to the Looker Bureau, and once you go to the Looker Bureau, you too can be off the rails. The training rails, that is, and get full access to the city. So I'm gonna go do that. And get access to some side quests, and then you're free to explore. Which, I mean, looking at this, it was half an hour before my first stream crashed, so it takes about 2.5 hours to clear the tutorial section of the game. That is if you're not like trying to catch every Pokemon first or level them up. So like if you're doing a little bit of extra stuff, it might take you like 5 hours to get out of the rail section. Which, I mean, considering it's like a 25-hour game, you're in tutorials for about 20% of the game. Maybe it does feel like a bit too long. I don't know. Mimi is still with Esper. Yeah, still in Esper. Yes. Speaking of frames and such, the online battle ain't that bad frame rates wise, but that might just be because I played the battles to get the Greninja Stone. I still haven't gotten it. I've played like 4 online battles and I'm barely like rank X. Because I keep running into like late game players and they just like dunk on me. Like how she's looking mysterious but actually she's just asleep. Wait, is she asleep? Hello there, Harmony. Welcome to the Looker Bureau. Looker? I don't even know her. Anyways, you realize we caught you snoozing, right? 2.5 hours seems too long, but at the same time it allows you to do other things between. Exactly. Yeah, I think the thing they could have done better is outlined which areas you cannot go into instead of just have the random phone show up and be like, no, you cannot go this way. Come to the Pokemon Center. There would have been better ways to block off areas. But again, that's just me. It's easy to say it in hindsight. It's easy to be like, this is what they should have done, but I'll cut straight to the chase. Would you consider helping me out with my detective work? It's great to hear. I'm actually a little surprised by your enthusiasm. Urbane told me last night that you've only just arrived in Lumios. Speedrunners will hate it though, yeah. I'm very curious how speedruns of this game will... I might try to speedrun it, honestly. Because a lot of older Pokemon games are speedrunnable in like 4 to 5 hours. I remember Sword and Shield I sped ran in 4 hours. And I'm very curious what the speedrun times are for this game. Because there's a lot of cutscenes and stuff you have to do. And I mean, part of this is like me yapping, so like I haven't like built on like a great team to just do everything right off the bat, but anyways, now we're free to access the whole city, which was a bit of a concern for people, because they're like, man, what do you mean this whole game is just the city? So minor thing is to see these zones, areas that are completely empty with nothing in them, they just become zones later on. So like right now, if I go, say like right here, we'll go to this location. I can put a pin in it. I remember that Sorchi. Yeah. I kinda want to do more speedruns. Because they're fun. They're fun to plan. Especially if they're like short enough of a run. So, oh, I haven't seen her before. Hello. I know who you are. Can Valerie become champion? Okay. So you walk up to Pokemon Center. Bam. Unlocked flight point. But like there's areas like this area right here where right now there's nothing here. There's just like a bunch of people, and I kind of want to do a recording of the game where I go through each area early game at this point before they're all wild zones. But like this becomes a wild zone later on. So like right now it's just a bunch of people just chilling around, and later on there's just Pokemon here that you can catch. And like you can see the changes that happen to the environment as well with the Pokemon. So like at first you're like, why are people complaining about the wild zones? But like you can see the changes that the appearance of Pokemon makes to an area. And you can see why people might be upset. Like let's say you live in this building, all of a sudden there's like guys down here. Suicune became champion, heck yeah. Even the professional speedrunners haven't come up with an idea. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it looks in speedrunners are pretty fast people. They'll tell us something interesting in a couple weeks. They'll have speedruns. There is one place I wanted to show off. I believe it's over here. At the museum. There's a museum in this game. It was my favorite part. So eventually the whole city becomes wild zones. Yeah, I mean, you push the. Yeah, you just have the button. Yeah, so like right now it like looks very empty because there's only what, like 6 wild zones. I know this part becomes a wild zone as well. So it's like stuff that seems empty for now does become like full of Pokemon later. The people that are in those zones do leave though, so like all the people that you just saw here are gone. So this does make me curious, like if I'm missing any lore by not talking to them. So I kind of want to do like a little lore exploration. And you know, who are these people? Where do they go? What do they have to say? Oh, Johto. I saw Johto. You can also take the the cabs. Actually, I'm just gonna do this instead. So you can actually talk to any of the cab drivers, and you use the Lumi cab for 710 Poké Dollars, and you can go anywhere on the map. It's like a travel point. I'm gonna pick major location, and then this is the train station, the research lab. There's the Hotel Riches, which is a play on words. Rich is me. Hotel Rich is me. And then there's the Lumios Museum. So you can just take a cab to the Lumios Museum, and then when you take the cabs, they actually give you little bits of lore or tips. I kind of wish they had some sort of visual for this, so it's not just black screen. Sorry, this is me moving around. I apologize. My legs got a little stale. By the way, do you like the sushi high roller? I eat there from time to time, but I can never resist ordering for one of their full courses. The Pokemon battles take up my whole break. I hear Sushi High Roller has branches in other regions too, actually. Yeah, like the Paldea region. So it's the opposite of the real world. Instead of people displacing wildlife, Pokemon are displacing people. Exactly. See you around. And then here we are at the museum. You can go into the museum. You see what the museum looks like, I guess, but there's not really any major spoiler here, but I know, just mild spoiler warning. There is a museum, entry is free. I gotta show you guys my favorite art piece. Okay, there's several nice art pieces like this. Wait, no. I'll learn the buttons. I'll learn the buttons, I promise. Hold on. Bear with me. Pretty. They know. I forget which artwork this is referencing, because this is a reference to artwork. And there's just Pokemon chilling at home. And then we have Diancie. I believe this is girl with the pearl earrings that they're referencing here. Then we have this guy. You don't really know who he is. And then there's like all the Mega Lucario. There's X and Y stuff. I also like how you can just kind of first person it with the camera. Like, this is my guy moving. I mean, I can't run, but I give you guys Isaac Newton. It's a guy who painted himself with Mew to look cool. Then there's this like cool looking samurai with a Golurk. Like, this looks awesome. Yeah, it's the player from X and Y. Yeah, they actually have like the little chibi icon in there as well. And then there's like some view of like Lumios, not Lumios, but like the region. Yeah, I'll go back to the other side. I'm sorry. I realize this is not the best visually looking walkthrough, but first person museum experience, right? You could do this in the town as well. There's the player. There's you got the little chibi looking sprite and everything. And then you can go upstairs. Let me zoom out a little bit. Upstairs they have a Hisui exhibit. You guys remember Hisui? You guys remember Kamado? He dead now, but they got his armor. You guys remember Volo? We got his outfit. You guys remember Palkia and Dialga statues? These things? It's all here, gamers. It's all here. All the balls are here. Hi, rich guy. Our outfits, they're here. Pictures of the general area, here. Crafting table, here. Most importantly, potato mochi. Potato mochi's here. Anyways, that's... Oh, I forgot. There's more. There's all the modern Pokeballs. There's a map of Lumiose 3D. And then there's these weird paintings, which is getting energy from different sources of energy, and they all look very strange, and I don't understand. I genuinely, like, what is this? What is this? I don't know. And I never will. But yeah, you can, if you have the camera on, you can just first person experience this game. Which is silly. I know. It's silly. I can't leave the buildings with the camera on, so you gotta remove the camera. But then you step outside, bam, camera, first person Pokemon, let's go. You just can't run. But like if you wanted the first person experience the city. And I feel like people don't use the camera mode at all. So like I don't think I don't think anyone's experienced this. But yeah, specifically this forest area. Like a lot of the trees end up being chopped down when the Pokemon show up. I was wondering how they're gonna handle like ice Pokemon. And there's like one area that just completely gets taken over by the ice Pokemon and it's just like frozen. Like they just put snow everywhere. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of poppin' on Switch 1. I'm noticing it. It kind of gives me Scarlet Violet vibes. It's not that bad. Welcome back, Pokemon Snap, right? Sci-fi paintings as the theme of the game in development. It makes sense. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Pokemon Snap. And you see this scaffolding right here? This is what I think they should have placed when the game had the rails on, so that you just couldn't get through. And just be like, oh, sorry, we're doing some construction. I also pick up items as you... I don't think I can do any of this obstacle course though. I don't see where to start it. But a lot of these are doable. Oh, where this lady is. My main beef with the obstacle courses is actually that you need to get a solid like 60% in through the game to unlock like a parkour ability. Which you've seen in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler. I guess the only spoiler is when you get it. Because like right now, this is the only thing you can access here, and then you see this stuff over there, and you're like, man, I want to get over there. I want to go get that stuff, but I can't. So if you remember the trailer, you'd see the trainer running, and then they just kind of parkour off, and like the Rotom-Dex floats them to the next area. That's not a thing. I can't... Like, it stops me from dying when I fall. No glide. So the glide is unlocked like 60% through the game. So you don't get the gliding until like much later. It's like late game parkour ability. Which was a bit of a downside, but like... is what it is, I suppose. This is... Here, let's go to the rich people hotel. We'll catch a cab. I just want to show off like the little water area as well. Because I've seen the criticisms of the water sucking. Which, to be fair, usually video games do have really nice water, and this is probably some of the worst looking video game water I've seen. But at the same time, I don't know. I think they were going for it being clear so you can see Pokemon on the top that are floating. I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for, so you could see the Pokemon in there. But I don't know. But I could kind of get in that boat, so I'm curious if... No, I can't actually... I was like, can I go boating? But no. Cannot go boating. Happy I can finally finish my living decks and home. The frou-frou kept their haircuts. Yeah. The frou-frou haircuts. How about the Switch 2? Does the water look better? Nah, not really. It's stylized this way. Let's go to Hotel Rishes Me. And then they give you like little tips. Have you been using your boxes to store your Pokemon? One box can hold up to 30 of them. You only have access to 8 boxes at first, but don't worry. The more Pokemon you deposit, the more boxes you have. By the way, you can also swap the position of entire boxes at once. But when are Eevee introduced, they're also kind of late game. Which you might not like. Like, I found one on the rooftop at one point, but that's about it. I haven't found like an area that spawns in a bunch of Eevee. Oh, you found an Eevee relatively early? Okay, maybe I just didn't look in the right place then. My bad, then that's on my bed. One thing I don't like about the boxes, I don't think you can rename them in this. I like the ability to rename the boxes. Oh, you can rename them, never mind. You can't do the backgrounds though, right? That was the thing you can't do. It's just this is the background. I don't know how many people use the different backgrounds. And then you can do the held items or battle teams. So the other thing this game does different is that it has autosave now. So I almost never save my progress. But it does autosave. So as you can see, the last autosave was at 27. So it hasn't saved in a while. Unfortunately, you cannot toggle this autosave feature. And as far as settings, I mean, it's less than before, but 2022, don't worry about it. It's because I've been playing Sword and Shield, and the dates for the wild area, they're all like based on like 2022, 2023, if you want it to be like a specific weather, and it's different in 2025. So I'm like, I actually haven't been in this hotel before. This is what rich people dress like. What does SBC stand for? Welcome to Hotel Riches Me, where we proudly offer the most luxurious service in the whole city. Can only be used by guests. All these fancy area. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to see about ZA? Now's your chance to ask. Now's your chance. Eevee has always been hard to catch. It's about putting in the work to have all the evolutions. That is also true. And sometimes Pokemon show up outside the zone, so like there's a Weedle and a Kakuna just chilling on a tree. I think I've looked at and shown what I wanted to showcase, at least for the Switch 1 version. Oh, it might be spoilers. Okay, then don't say. Don't say. If it is spoilers. And sometimes there's ladders, and sometimes there's these things, which just teleport you to the top. And these actually register on the map, which I like. And then there's Pokemon on the rooftops as well. I don't know, I really like the rooftop version. Like I think it adds so much to the game. And I'm pretty sure the Eevee I did find was on a rooftop. And there's Cleffa. Hey, Cleffa. There's for babies. I like the little tulips. Like, I don't know, I feel like the rooftops are very stylized. And I think it looks nice. Because I feel like without the rooftops, the town vibes would be very boring. But like if you go on the roofs often, it looks nice. Maybe this is the millennial in me speaking. I don't know if you guys know the meme, but apparently millennials love their like rooftop parties or whatever. I've never been to one, but and these mega shards you just trade in for mega stones. So a lot of the mega stones you just kind of buy. You just buy them. You're just like, here's my in-game resource. I buy a mega stone. And yeah, that's Rip Total out. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like, a lot of these guys early on, they're like, they need to walk with you to get friendship to evolve. But if you walk into like a Pokemon area, they get like destroyed. So you gotta remember to call them back. Okay, we're gonna go back to Hotel Z. And I mean that about covers what I wanted to see in Switch 1. Honestly, performance isn't that bad. I thought it would be barely running like Scarlet Violet on Switch 1, but I think this game's a lot more optimized. Like it's not having the issues that I had with Scarlet and Violet. Like I mean, there's a little bit of extra pop-in the distance, but overall, not that bad for Switch 1 version. And then you can do poses. I kind of wish there was like a laughing but with open eyes. Yeah, there you guys have it. Pokemon ZA on the Switch 1. Oh, those are Badoo, not Smoliv. Yeah, I don't think Smoliv is in this game. They had more time to work through the bugs. That is true. That is true. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to share. I mean, the rest of it is like late game stuff, but I have like a Switch 2 run I'm working on. I'll probably, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to edit, and I don't know how the battle narrations will go, but I will make a video about my personal run. I'm gonna do like a review video. Might talk about some of the mechanics as well, here and there. Like, oh, here's things you didn't know you could do. Like, be first person. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Whether or not you get this game, that's up to you. I don't know if you liked it or not. But on Friday, this next upcoming week, I'm just gonna go back to doing the Pia run for the streams. The Sword and Shield NPC character. Just because I feel like everyone's gonna be wanting to talk about like ZA spoilers, or they don't want to watch ZA because they don't want it spoiled because they're getting it later. So I'll just work on ZA stuff off stream, but we're going to go back to the Pia runs on Sword and Shield on Friday. And yeah, that's it for this stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll have a video ready soon. And that's all for me. See ya. Bye.